Hi, my name is Lauren Oma, and my friends and family call me Thea. In Mizo, my name means God is faithful. I was born in Myanmar, and I lived there until I was 15. My mom is an Adventist. My dad is a Buddhist. It was hard and difficult to grow up in a mixed family because my dad does not believe Jesus. Since my dad is not a believer, he asked us to attend the public school. So most of my friends were non-Adventists, which is why I was not an active Adventist member. I remember my mom prayed for us every single night before we go to bed. And I would go to the church with her every Sabbath, but I did not enjoy going there because I have no friends since I went to the public school. And I didn't like Buddhism either because they are more focused on works. There's no saving through faith or by grace. So I was confused what to believe. I got baptized when I was young, but I did not really take faith seriously, and I didn't really understand the Bible and God's love for me. Growing up in Myanmar, I was part of the Chin and Mizo, and we are a minority group in Myanmar. And from time to time, we experience persecution. And some of the soldiers confiscated my grandparents' land. And we realized that it's no longer safe to live in the country. So my brother and I and my mom, we were able to escape the country, and we left one of my brothers and my dad behind in Myanmar. It was years before we were able to see them again. When I got to Malaysia, it was very difficult and challenging because I did not speak their language. I had to learn the Malaysian language, and I learned it from my co-workers and at work. Even after getting the refugee status, some of the police still capture the Burmese refugees and throw them into prisons. So we felt that it was unsafe for us even to live in Malaysia, and we were always trying to hide from the police. In Malaysia, the refugees were expected to work longer, and we were not able to get Sabbath off. And one day I was really depressed and discouraged. And as I headed to work, I saw a Seventh-day Adventist church sign. And then I asked myself, when will I ever go to this church again, as I have to work every Sabbath? As I began to read the Bible, I read that Jesus said, "If you love me, keep my commandments." So I have understood God's love for me. So I want to love Him back and pay Him back by observing the Sabbath. And even though I didn't really like to go to church when I was younger, but after realizing Jesus' love for me, I just wanted to be with His people. I just wanted to join the church members. And I told my boss that I would no longer work for you unless you let me off on Sabbath. And I lost my job, but I was able to go to church, the church that I have seen on my way to work. For the first time after almost like 5 years in Malaysia. After losing my job, I decided to work only a job that offers off on Sabbath. And I started to pray every night before I go to bed, asking God, give me a job that I can off on Sabbath, and I am willing to live according to your will. And one day, I went out and looking for a job, but most of the jobs that I asked did not offer me off on Sabbath. And I was really discouraged, and I prayed to God again, God, you said that you will bless me if I want to live according to your will. And I said, I am willing to live according to your will right now, so you have to give me a job that can off on Sabbath. And as I headed home, there's a place that I saw, and in my mind, it tells me, you should try this one and go ask them. And I decided to go to that place. I said, this will be the last time. If they don't offer me, then I'm gonna go home. And that job says, you can off on Sabbath. Then I went home and praising God. We were in Malaysia for more than 10 years. And when we heard that we are coming to the United States, we were super excited. But it was also very difficult for us because my two brothers were not able to come with us. In December 2019, we landed in Indianapolis, Indiana, with my mom, my dad, and I. And life was totally different, and this time I was really excited. For the first time in my life, I felt really, really cold, and I got to see the snow, and they were really beautiful. What really surprised me was how diverse the United States is, and people seem very accepting. So I heard about Andrews University when I was in Malaysia, but there's no way that I will be able to study theology. But when I got to the United States, the Burmese pastor, Pastor Sam Ngala, brought me here at Andrews, and it was just like a dream come true for me, and I was so happy. I didn't go to school in Malaysia in the past 10 years, and when I came to Andrews, they asked me whether I have any documents that related to education. I didn't have any educational papers, and they said it's impossible to study here without those papers. But they promised me that they would try their best. And they accepted me just 3 weeks before the school started. When I arrived in August, I was so excited to start my first day of school. And this is my first church school in my life. Here at Andrews University, I really enjoy my time so far. Since I joined school after many years without any proper education, I struggled and there were a lot of challenges that I faced. But God helped me overcome those challenges. And every semester, I'm just surprised by the work that He has done for me. I am really loving my time here at Andrews University, and I like to learn about the Bible. And it has impacted me so many ways in my life. I know what it's like to be a refugee, and I know what it's like to be a minority in a foreign country. So when I become a pastor, I would like to give back what I have received from others when I came to the United States. I know that refugees in the United States are struggling, and I have faced that experience. So I love helping people, and I can't wait to help them.